Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are from the upcoming Holiday Spectacular with Orchestra Iowa. Tim Hankewich is here. Tim.
Hey, how's it going?
Nice to have you. And one of the guest artists this year for Holiday Spectacular is Toni Lefebvre from the Iowa Women's Jazz Orchestra. Toni,
Yes,
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I mean, you both are multiple returning champions to the Culture Crawl. Nice to have you both here. Tim, the IWJO was your guest, I think, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, and they were a dynamite smash.
Yeah.
I mean, we sizzled that room out, and people since have been saying, hey, when are you going to have them back? When are you going to have them back? And so back by popular demand, and rightly so, we're having an Iowa Women's Jazz Orchestra, and this show is so much fun. Each of our Holiday Pops programs differ in feel. For those of you who attended last year, it was more churchy, more serious, more sacred. This is 100% more like candy cane lollipop pops. That's
no
fun.
churchiness this year.
Not so much, but a lot of nostalgia as well, though. Yeah.
And the big change for fans of the IWJO, Toni, is it's not the first time you guys have worked with Lynne Rothrock.
It's not. Yes.
But it's the first time in a holiday show.
Yes, definitely. She has been awesome to work with on every aspect of the game, so we're looking forward to it.
And she is fresh off her own Christmas show.
Yes.
So are there any tunes the two shows have in common?
I don't
mean,
know
obviously
if
the
there's any
arrangements are
crossover.
completely different, but
Are you aware of any crossover
Yeah,
from that?
she has some of her favorites, and we were pretty careful to keep them separate, so she's not singing exactly the same things. But I do know that on this particular program there's a particular favorite of hers. There's a star that shines tonight that has particularly personal meaning for her, and so I wanted to make sure that we put that on her program. But by and large, it's much different than her cabaret performance.
Yeah.
And like all creatives this time of year, we're all working real hard on holiday programs, and it's kind of like drinking eggnog through a fire hose right now. And Lynne is no exception because she just came off her cabaret show.
Literally came off her own show this past Sunday and is turning right around to work with you all.
Right.
You've rehearsed with Lynne a few times, or have you?
Not for the show yet.
Okay.
So we're going to bring it all together later this week with everybody on stage at the Paramount a couple of times before we hit. But I know it's just going to come together perfectly, and we're really looking forward to it.
So help me remember, does the IWJO perform exclusively with the orchestra, or do you guys do any by yourself? I don't remember from how it worked last time.
Yeah, there's a mix. So I think there's a tune or two that we'll play by ourselves as a big band, but most of it really integrates with the full symphony orchestra, the adult choir, the children's choir, and you'll just get a mix of a lot of things.
This is also unique, Tim, because as we have talked before, there aren't a lot of jazz big band and symphonic orchestra arrangements out there.
Yeah, there's probably zero out there.
With the possible exception of the Lincoln Center Christmas show occasionally.
So what does that mean?
What does that mean? Where on earth could we go to find people who can arrange music?
Well, luckily we have some talented people in the area. We're doing a chart of Paul Clark's is going to be on this program, but Steve Shanley has also helped me with the heavy lifting. And to give people kind of a context of what this means is, there are a couple ways that you put a program together. One, you just buy the music if it's available. Great. One is you can rent the music. It gets much harder and much more expensive for a symphony orchestra. That can be like $1,000 per minute of music, so that's really not feasible. Or you build it yourself. So it's just like when somebody says, hey, can you play Star Wars? Like, okay, yeah, I can find the orchestral parts. But what if your ensemble is accordion, banjo, and piccolo? Okay, now what are you going to do?
That's when you call Steve Shanley.
That's when you call Steve Shanley, and you build it. And this is sort of what we've been doing with our Christmas program. And we've created this program for big band and symphony orchestra. And yes, sometimes the choir sing along as well.
But you did mention, Toni, you're going to do a couple tunes with just the big band. So what went into deciding what those charts were going to be?
Well, my co-leader, Kelly Suela, and I kind of looked through a bunch of charts and picked a couple that would fit the the audience and the theme of the show really well. And I can say that we had a rehearsal yesterday as a big band, and it was so fun. It was very festive. We even dressed for the occasion. If you happen to follow us on social media, we broke out the holiday sweaters and just had a really good time putting this music together before we hit it on stage with everyone.
So as anybody who's seen this concert in the past knows, this is a lot of moving parts. Probably the most people you put on stage of any concert that you do.
Well, in fact, when we first designed this program, we worked backwards. We worked with, okay, what's the stage going to look like? Okay, so how's the band going to be set up? Okay, how are we going to fit the orchestra around that? How many choristers can you fit? And do you still have enough space at the front of the stage to fit a children's choir? And so so before even a piece or a note was planned, it was, okay, what's the stage going to look like? And then finally, when we figured out that logistical hurdle, then it was, okay, what should we play? And and one of my favorite charts is our opening number, Yo Tannenbaum, originally arranged by Gordon Goodwin, who just sadly passed away.
Oh,
I mean, what a god of jazz, you know. And so to kind of salute his music and put our own special spin on it is kind of neat.
Two shows?
Two shows.
Yep.
Saturday night and Sunday afternoon matinee.
Okay, well, you mentioned the Gordon Goodwin as a highlight. What else do we have in particular to look forward to? Actually, I'm going to ask you both what you think your favorite moment is going to be. So, Toni, you first. What are you really looking forward to?
I am really looking forward to several of the charts that feature the IWJO rhythm section. I think they're particularly killer. We've got Farron Johnson on drums, Julia Anders on piano, and Vivian Chanley on bass. So they're going to hold the whole stage together in a way, and they're exactly the people we need to do it. So anything that features them is going to be awesome.
Vivian just did a First Friday Jazz and it was a sold out show and just completely rocked it.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah, no. And of course, she also composed the theme song for the Culture Crawl. So, so she's a part of this show each and every day.
She's family.
Love it.
She's family.
Yeah. Tim, what moment do you especially are looking forward to?
Well, I tipped my hand with Yo Tannenbaum because it's such a strong chart. But I also really love watching Lynne perform. It's not just her singing, but the way she interacts with an audience. I mean, she's a real pro. And so it's not just sitting there listening to music. She's a real entertainer as well, which I really admire. So I always love people applying their craft. And also a lot of these charts have open solos, and to hear the solos coming out of the band, I mean, it's pretty fun to watch.
Again, not something you see at every orchestra concert is open soloing.
Yeah. So that's what I look forward to, because it's the more spontaneous part of the performance.
And especially, from your point of view, because, with most of the concerts that you do, Tim, while there are always, I'm sure, a few surprises that happen, generally you kind of have things programmed down to the minute.
We are hyper organized, and we color within the lines and pride ourselves on that. And so this is kind of scary territory for a classical musician, like this thing called jazz and improvisation. I was like, how is this going to happen? And so after they get past their initial hyperventilating, they start having a whole lot of fun up there.
Oh, we'll have you freestyling.
Yeah.
Well, this is always my favorite time of the year for this. I look forward to this every year, and especially this year with the IWJO coming back in. So it's Holiday Spectacular with the Orchestra Iowa, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, the 20th and the 21st. And tickets, I'm sure, are going fast, but are still available.
They are. OrchestraIowa.org or artsiowa.com. You got to come. This is not only my favorite concert of the year, this is my favorite Christmas concert that we've ever put together. I mean, I rarely repeat myself. But
you are Mr. Christmas. You are Daddy Christmas.
I am the king of Christmas. But when we did this a couple years ago, it was so good. And that's why we're doing it again. It's just going to blow you away.
Tim occasionally fakes excitement about some of the stuff that he does. I'm not going to say when. However, this is not that case. This is your thing, and never more than when you get to collaborate with musicians like Toni. So,
yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I think everyone who played the show a couple of years ago from IWJO would agree that this was the highlight of, honestly, a highlight of our musical careers as a whole. It's just that fun for the entire family. You will not want to miss it.
It's going to be great fun. Don't miss it. OrchestraIowa.org for tickets. Looking forward to seeing you both there.
Can't wait.
Yeah, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.